are standing on the precipice of a global revolution of economics, politics, and government. Welcome to the blockchain.
Power corrupts, money is power. The power to control the money is one that is now in the hands of those who pretend we can't function without them. So how can we do something about it? Working hard to get a raise, lifting that wage up. Inflation takes it like a hidden taxation. Manipulated interest rates to give the banks a way to create money with the loans that they're giving out daily. That means our money is dead and we gotta pay back more than 100%. No wonder then why the middle class is going under when the ones above them gotta cover and come to collect. And many have no access to banking, making payments or saving, so more fees are taken. And every day the gatekeepers are trying to stop change. We cannot wait. Welcome to the blockchain.
Things are about to change. Open up the gates. Systems get replaced. Bitcoin, decentralize the trust. Security, transparency. The network's run by us.
Bitcoin is a decentralized ledger, and the currency is its first enterprise ever. Secured by the worldwide incentivized network, can't be stolen or controlled by any size effort. You can send it anywhere and instantly. No one can intervene, no third party in between. There's no counterfeiting, algorithms control the outer limit to how many coins can get released. Programmable money, no government can seize it. Payments can be customized by sender and receiver. Contracts written, cementing your agreements. With terms that can't be met, once you consent, then it completes it. Autonomous businesses are possible when profit is distributed amongst those adopting it. Paradigm shift, we must adjust to the end. And with the blockchain, Bitcoin is just the beginning.
Welcome to the blockchain. Things are about to change. Open up the gates. Systems get replaced. Bitcoin, decentralize the trust. Security, transparency. The network's run by us. Bitcoin.
Now that we got control, we're not gonna let it go. My people all around the globe, we gotta keep building. Now that we got control, we're not gonna let it go. My people all around the globe, we gotta keep building.
And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the Bitcoin Ben Show. Thought I'd launch it with a little bit. Oh, hang on. Let me take off. Let me shut off the air purifier. There we go. Yeah, I'm a pretty good rapper. Huh? Sounds pretty nice. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that Bitcoin Ben had some flow. Oh, yeah. No, that's not me. That's an old rap song from like 2014, 2013. Great song, though. I thought I'd play it. My friends, I want you to spread this video out. And hey, everyone that's new to the show from X22, welcome. The X22 in, oh, hang on one second. Let me check. The X22 video I did this weekend. Let me check it real quick. It got a ton of views. A ton of views. All right, hang on one second. Let me go here. Let me go over here. Go over here. Go over here. Go over here. Just on Rumble. Just on Rumble. Almost 200,000 views. Just on Rumble. My friends, the Bitcoin is going nuts. It is absolutely going nuts. We have so many people that are getting into Bitcoin. Now, on today's show, for the first half hour, we will be on YouTube, which means I gotta squash some of the more controversial stuff. But on the second half hour and the private server. Now, for those of you who want to get every episode of everything I put out on the Bitcoin Ben Show and my big shows, there's a QR code right here. Now, what you do is you point your phone at that QR code. That will take you to checkout. You choose which way you want to pay. As soon as you pay, it shows you a link right there. You click that link, and that takes you directly to the private server videos. And voila, my friends, you're in for all of it. Okay. Yes, the Divi news. Folks, the Divi wallet. Now, y'all don't know what is going on in cryptos. I'm going to play 2 videos from the last week. And it is going to show you some of the people I talk to on a regular basis. Now, I'm not going to name names here or anything like that. All right, I'm not going to name names. But in one of the interviews, if anyone has ever heard of someone named, I hate M's, Michael, no regrets, right? Or as his friends call him, Novo, right? If you've ever heard of a guy named Novo or Novigrad, right? He knows, like I know, who orange pilled the CEO of BlackRock. Now, he doesn't say the names either. But remember, for the longest, or for ever since the CEO of BlackRock went full Bitcoin, where it was like Bitcoin's best thing since sliced bread. Right? We all knew who orange pilled him. And he's not just orange pilled, my friends. He's red pilled. This is just the beginning of him laying out a new structure for BlackRock. Now, there's going to be a fight at BlackRock. Mark my words. Mark my words. The fight at BlackRock is going to be between the board and the CEO. Watch for it. Watch for it. Because we are in the midst of an all-out flippening. On the private server, remember, point your phone right here and you'll be able to watch this live. On the private server, we're going to talk about Alex Jones and his return to Twitter and his first interview on Twitter. Folks, let me tell you what is coming for Twitter. Actually, I'm going to wait until I'm on the private server. Right? Because there's some things that are talked about that is not YouTube friendly. So I'm on YouTube for about 15 more minutes. Then we're gonna talk on the private server and Rumble for about a half hour. All right. My friends, please listen to me. Please, 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 please. If you do not have a crypto or Liberty laptop, you have to get one. On the private server, we're going to talk about a show on Netflix right now. It's the #1 show on Netflix. It's what's the name of it? We watched it last night. It has a bunch of libs in it. Oh God, help me out, ladies! It's an end of the world like movie. Yes. The world left behind, left behind. Check it out, folks. Now, yes. Produced by the Obamas. This was a movie that was produced by the Obamas. Now, 2 years ago, this is how good my fucking memory is. 2 years ago, Obama and his lovely wife, Michael, they came out and said that they're gonna start creating messaging movies. Now, messaging movies, you have to understand how these people operate. And right after the break, right here, I'm going to explain a little of how they operate. But then we're going to start watching an interview that is fundamental on understanding what is coming in Bitcoin. Michael Novogratz, or Novo, as his friends call him, Novo, right, explains how one of his clients at Galaxy Investment every week purchases the equivalent of all of the Bitcoin that is mined that week. One of his clients. One. And they started 6 weeks ago. We remember about 6 weeks ago that I told you guys, hey, heads up. There's a big group that is buying Bitcoin. Hang on, I gotta fix it. Yeah, good enough. Now, here's a word from the sponsor, then we'll jump right in. Hold, please.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.
And we're back. All right, now, I want you to watch this interview and understand who Novo is. Novo knows everyone in Bitcoin. Everyone. Now, you guys want to talk about two people that are going full-fledged. And just watch. I digress. This will blow your freaking mind. Watch these two guys talk and tell me we aren't going to the freaking moon, baby.
Feel some redemption for the industry, for Galaxy, for us lunatic crypto dudes. It's funny. I remember there was an interview I did with Bloomberg, relatively close to the low, where Sonali Basak, who's a friend, was pretty damn harsh, and was taking it out on me a little bit. And Druckenmiller, Stan Druckenmiller, who's in my mind the greatest macro trader of the last 25 years, he sent me a text. He was like, "Yeah, tell her to come back and see where it is in a year." And that was pretty much close to the lows. I'm surprised we've rallied this much in a year. I'm thrilled, actually. I remember at the beginning of the year, I said, I go to bed and I'm saying the Hail Mary and the All Father for 3 or 4 things. One was an ETF and getting BlackRock engaged. One was Binance settling. One was the Fed pivot. And one was just clearing the Deritrust. The fourth was some process on regulation. And the fifth was, clearing the Deritrust of the mess. And, shockingly, we got all 4. 4 of the 5, at least. We haven't got the regulation progress, but we've got a little bit in that Ripple won the lawsuit. Grayscale won their suit, which helped the ETF. Gensler has been kind of kneecapped a bunch by the courts. And so a lot of good things happen for the industry, which has a 44,000 Bitcoin and a 2,200 Ethereum, and everyone breathed a sigh of relief.
So let's talk macro first, because that's how you and I see the world to start with. A lot of macro people got bearish for all of this year, but it seemed that a lot of this was priced. My thesis was it was all priced in last year. I mean, 2022, what more would you want? Blood. The NASDAQ was down 38% and crypto was down 80%. Well, how are you seeing the macro here?
Yeah, I think 2 things happened this year, which are not normal, in that normal for most of us who've spent 25, 30 years investing is a government that spends 20% of GDP, on the federal budget. And we're at 25%, 26% right now. And so I think what happened was, in lots of ways, we kept waiting for the economy to roll over because you kept seeing signs. They raised rates. Raising rates should send the economy down, and it didn't. And I think people got macro wrong in lots of ways because the strength of the U.S. economy surprised people. I believe that strength came from fiscal spending, and that'll be a price to pay down the road. Right? We just spent more than we ever did. The stimuluses were bigger than we actually comprehended. And so government spending is a lot less elastic to rates, right? If they're going to spend money on infrastructure, they don't care what the rates are. And I think there was just a lot of pent-up fiscal spending that kept the economy floating. Again, people got the equity market wrong because of that. They got the rates market wrong because of that. Now it does feel like the economy's slowing.
Yeah, it does. It feels like we're going to be close to recession around this quarter and next quarter, right?
Yes, 100%. And, rates markets have priced a lot of that in. Probably gotten ahead of themselves a little bit. But that's helped Bitcoin. And I think just the fact that there are no more rate hikes coming was the first psychological shift. That the average time between last hike and first cut is less than 6 months. So a cut's coming. And that's, good for assets. Now, listen, we've had the biggest easing of financial conditions ever in November, ever. And so the Fed stopped hiking because they said, well, financial conditions tightened so much. Then all that got reversed. And so I don't think the Fed will be that quick on the trigger to cut. But, inflation's coming down. If you get inflation down to 2, where should real rates be? Certainly not 3. And so you'll definitely see some cutting coming.
Yeah, Stan always says, the way to trade macro is by living in the future. It's like 12 months in the future. And in 12 months in the future, a rate's going to be here or lower? Lower. Is there going to be more stimulus? Yes. Will there be more fiscal stimulus because there's an election year? Yes. So in which case, it's pretty clear as a macro outlook, right?
So listen, you want to be long 2s, 30s. Of course, it's just gone from minus 15 to minus 40 in a day and a half, which made my ear bleed. You know, what happens a lot is in the November, December, pension funds buy a ton of bonds. And by mid-December, they stop. And then there's corporate supply in January. And so there's a big seasonal in the long end of fixed income. Right, pension funds are fully funded for the first time. They can lock in. And so great environment for them. I think they're the buyer of fixed income right now. I don't see a lot of structural buyers of fixed income in the future, right? Fed's not going to be buying. Foreign governments don't want to be buying.
But how the fuck can they refinance all of this debt, right? Because everything's rolling. I mean, my view is they have to lower rates just for that. Or if not, they have to keep issuing more and more bonds to catch up.
Yield curve has to get much steeper.
Yeah.
We're at minus 40, 2s, 30s. That won't surprise me if it's a plus 110 9 months from now. Now it's got negative carry. It's not easy to trade, but I think that's the trade for 2024.
Hey everyone, have you yet checked out the incredible, groundbreaking new Real Vision platform? See, we've built something that allows you to live
And later and make 125%.
You know what?
I'll do it.
One of my real good friends is a quiet crypto maniac, and he does a lot for the community behind the scenes. But he also gets nervous a lot. And so he calls me two times a day when the market's down, sometimes 3 times a day. What do you think? And he knows a lot of crypto. The day Larry Fink went on TV and gave the bullish Bitcoin story, I had a lot more confidence the ETF would happen. I said that the largest asset manager in the world has just credentialized our asset class. And I told him, I was like, dude, we've won. It's game over. Put your phone away, turn your screen off. You luckily don't have a 420-person business to manage with a big cost base and lots of moving parts and people's, careers, to worry about. You just have a giant pile of corn, and it's going to be worth a whole lot more in a year. And so stop calling me so much. He laughed, and of course he called me 2 times the next day as well. But I really believe that. That was a game changer. It's been the biggest thing that's happened in our space all year. Praise be to the guys at Orange Pill Larry. I know who they are, but I'm sworn to secrecy. And
I'm telling you, folks, I told you. The CEO of BlackRock was he was taken out to, there's not too many people that can reach out to the CEO of BlackRock and orange pill him and red pill him. When this, in probably 4 or 5 years, somebody's going to write a book about all this. And when it comes out who orange pilled the CEO of BlackRock, people's jaws are going to drop. Then when they find out who red pilled him, people's jaws are going to drop.
I think it's real. I was just on with another giant asset manager about an hour ago, and he was just doing the math of, the 1% allocation globally with no supply, where prices could go. And and it got me literally. I've always wanted to go out and buy 50,000 calls. There is a scenario of a parabolic move. Normally, we're at a place.
All right, we are going to jump off YouTube now because we're, as he said, there's a scenario for a parabolic move. This is the God candle that everyone's talking about. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason. Folks, I've told you for the last, month and a half? Longer than that, I think. Actually, yeah, for years. There's going to be a moment, right? There's going to be a moment where we go from 50, listen to my words, that we go from $51,000, very specific number, isn't it? $51,000 to $125,000, like that. My friends, you're going to wake up one morning and you're going to think you're still freaking dreaming. Now, this, Edward, do you have a Caleb and Brown account? If they want to get involved quick, use your account and get them some Bitcoin. You tell them, look, each of you give me $500, whatever, 1,000, whatever. I'll get the Bitcoin. I'll hold it. Horse, water, water, horse. They are going to lose their mind. Right? They're going to lose their minds. Okay. Now, everyone on YouTube, you go bye-bye. Everyone on YouTube or Rumble, if you want the full show, scan that code. It will take you right to the pay page for the private server. And you can actually pay on Apple phone, or Android phone or whatever. It will send you a link, and you click that link, and you go right to the private server. Okay. Everyone on YouTube, you go bye-bye. And get your Liberty laptop. All right.